What is up, guys? I am back again, and this time I'm trying a different series for this channel, something new. So what you're seeing right now is actually some duel replays that I've been doing with some of my friends. So on the left here I have my friend from Duel-a-mate's channel, and he's playing his Monarch Lightsworn invoked hybrid deck, and on the right side here I am playing my Pendulum Magicians. So we're both just trying out new deck lists and trying to learn some of the combos and stuff, so just bear with us here. So I think I go first, and that's our hands there. He Duel-a-mate opened with grass, so that's always nice in a 60 card mill deck. Again, so I started with Joker here. Joker just searches anything, and I didn't open too well. I have one of my one-offs, my Guitar Turtle, which I usually should be searching with Pendulum Sorcerer, and I don't really want to see in my deck, but that's okay because it's a scale 6, so it's not that bad. Here you'll see me Pendulum Summon, and I'm about to do a standard combo with the new Electro-mate from Extreme Force, which is pretty overpriced in the pre-order sales that I've seen recently. If you don't know what it does, it pops a face-up card on the field to add back a face-up Pendulum monster from the extra deck to your hand. And what you saw here was that I popped my Guitar Turtle to grab my Chronograph Sorcerer, and Chronograph Sorcerer effect activates, and I special summon my Odd Eyes Dissolver from the hand. And using both of them, I can actually fusion summon into my Vortex Dragon. So it's one of the stronger plays of the deck until Needle Fiber comes out. Excuse me, I am burping, I'm drinking coffee here. So Duel-a-mate on the left here is playing his turn. We'll see what he does. His deck is really weird, and there's that Prime Monarch, one of the most annoying cards in his deck because it keeps on reoccurring as long as he has the great resources. And there we go, he has grass, and I negated the Charge of the Light Brigade thinking that would be the right play, but he had grass in his hand, and now he milled, I think, over 20 cards because I did so many searching on my turn. So this is not going good for me. Now you can see his deck in action now. When it gets going, it really does get going. So now he has a full field, and he can do quite a lot of plays to try and get over me. Plays Omega. Banishes my Wizard Draw. It's not that bad, but it's still annoying to get my hand size reduced. Here you go, you can see that his Lightsworn monsters and Monarch monsters actually come into play. They all have really nifty graveyard effects, and as long as you play them right, he can actually keep the deck going, and it never seems to run out of resources, so it's one of the most annoying decks to play against. So here he has Erebus, and that randomly shuffles one of my cards back into the deck. So he shuffles my Vortex Dragon and then attacks over my Electro-mate. And I think that ends his turn because he can't use his extra deck after using the smaller Monarch effects in the grave. Here you go again. Joker searches anything to fix my hand, and I don't have any other plays except for trying to, I guess, increase my hand size using the spell card Pendulum Graph. And here we go again, my second and last Electro-mate. Again, trying to go for the same combo. I still have my Dissolver in hand with... how did I get Dissolver back in hand? Again, here you go, somehow I got Dissolver back into hand, and I'm doing the same combo again because he shuffled my Vortex Dragon back into the deck. here we have Double Iris actually searching out the other Pendulum Grasp. It's one of the best cards in the deck because it searches for the trap, which is quite annoying to play through if you set it up right, especially if you have Purple Poison, because you can actually send 2 cards from field to the grave by popping Purple Poison, and then Purple Poison's effect pops something else. Here I have Vortex Dragon out, and I am actually inspecting his grave in case he has a Prime Monarch, and I think he does, and I can't really do much damage. I can't get over that Erebus, so I just pass and set my trap. And he top decks into Mind Control. That's very annoying. And here you see the Prime Monarch in play. It banishes Monarch cards from the graveyard to special summon itself as a monster card, but I think it's still treated as a trap, and it's one of the ways that my friend here protects his life points and also get bodies onto the field to do other plays. So we just remembered that Omega had its effect, so it's actually back on the field now, and I think he summons a Link 4 using those materials. Yep, Scaldy or whatever the TCG name is, and this lets you draw 4 and put back 3 onto the bottom of the deck, so you effectively get to keep one of the cards that you draw potentially. It fixes your hand and it helps you continue to play because it also special summons a monster from your hand. I am not in a good position here. I only have my Electromite, my Vortex Dragon, which I believe I've already used my effect on, and yeah, as you can see, it's not doing much against this hybrid deck that I'm facing. I'm not sure what's happening here, but I think Prime Monarch's effect. No. Erebus' effect adds itself back into the hand, which is annoying. So you can see that this Monarch Lightsworn invoked version hybrid deck can keep on grinding, and it's hard to get over it because it just has too many resources when it starts getting going. Here we go again, Erebus, and then it's like deja vu, it repeats itself again. I think he shuffles my monster or my hand. I think he's still deciding. Yep, he decides to shuffle my back row because he's afraid of it. And there goes my Pendulum Breath. So the last of my defenses are gone. I'm not in a good position here. And I believe Scaldy, or whatever TCG's name is, it actually increases the monster's attack when something is summoned on its link markers. So he beats over my Vortex Dragon using a boosted Erebus. And now he passes and it's now my turn. So he has one back row and an Erebus. We'll see how I go. I get back my Lizard Draw, set as my Pendulum Scale. So now I can summon between level 2, or between a scale 2 and a scale 6. So I can summon all of my magicians back, and here we go. Harmonizing Magician summons a magician from the deck. I do quite a lot of misplays here. Every time I summon Vortex Dragon, I always forget that it has that bouncing effect when it's summoned. But one thing I've also realized here is that magicians can really grind through games. They just have so many resources to use if you play it right. But in this game, I've done a lot of misplays, and it's actually punishing me quite badly, because I think he wouldn't have been able to summon Erebus if I used Vortex Dragon's bouncing effect earlier on, so I wouldn't be in this position, but you know, it's my mistake. Oh, here we go, Stormforth. Here you can see Prime Monarch coming into play again, and also Aether and Stormforth to protect himself against my plays. And I'm pretty sure he tributes away my Clear Wing. No, he tributes my Purple Poison. Okay, so now it's Kaini's turn. Kuraz is special summoned from Aether, and Kuraz gets to pop 2 cards on the field, and he pops my Clear Wing and pops Kuraz itself, so we both draw 1 card. Not in a good position here. Foolish Burial Goods, probably sends a Monarch spell or trap. I don't know why he sends Brilliant Fusion. Oh, here we go. Prime Monarch reoccurs again by banishing Monarch spells and traps. So as long as he has Monarch spells and traps in his grave, that trap monster can keep on coming, and he has resources to tribute summon or make other expedite monsters. And now he's going to swing for some damage. Now I have no field presence. Draw for turn. And I think I top deck Gofu, which is always nice to have in your opening hand, or whenever you have an empty field. And I do the usual play, I make a Proxy Dragon and then go for the Decode Talker. Now I quite like Decode Talker, it's one of my favourite monsters from Dev Rain's anime, and it's the ace monster of the protagonist. And here we see Harmonizing Magician summons another magician from the deck and helps me recover my field presence. And what happened here was that one of those double iris magicians from my extra deck should be banished because it was summoned by Harmonizing Magician from earlier turns. So we're just going to correct some of the plays there. So that's why one of the double iris is on its side, on the side like that. So what I make here, I have to get rid of that Aether somehow, so I make Ignista, and insert meme here from DPYGO. I think, yeah, I pop one of my face-up Pendulum monsters, and Astrograph's Magician, well, Astrograph's Sorcerer special summons itself, and now I make one of my favorite monsters, Dark Rebellion. And I think I try to swing for game here, and I think I should be able to do enough damage to finish the game here. Oh, trying to protect himself with Prime Monarch, but I think that's not enough to protect himself. Yep, that's game.